We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry in 12 different days. Ways. 12 different days. All right, guys. Hey, welcome to Bell's Bargains. My name is Amy. So, guess what? We are on day number 6, right? You know, you get ahead of yourself when you're doing this. Day number 6, yeah. Day number 6. Sorry. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Day, nombre, I don't know, whatever. 6. Okay. So, today's, well, here, hold on. I'll play this for you. All right. It is the 12 days of Christmas, and we are on day number 7, which is snowmen. So make sure after you watch my video that you go to the playlist and see what everybody else, all the other cute little snowmen everybody has created. Thank you again to Brenda and Krista. And now, how about you take a look at my snowman I made? So, snowmen. Okay, so that's pretty easy, right? All right, I'm going to show you the 2 snowmen I made. And, well, technically it's like 3, but anyway. So, I think they're super cute. And they're made out of trash, of course, because that's like my thing. Tasha from Sunflowers, Tasha's DIY, she said, you should do a trash collaboration. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if anybody would do it with me then. Oh, anyway. Okay, so this is a piece of wood that I found, and it was like, it's like MDF in the center or whatever. I think it was like a cabinet doors or something. It was pieced to one side, wasn't painted. Anyway, so what I did with it was I made a 2-sided snowman and a snowwoman. A snowman, snowwoman, snowman, snowwoman. But do you recognize his hat by any chance? Anybody? All right, my besties. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You can watch the video and you'll see what it is. Yeah. All right. Okay. And then the next one I made was it was a body spray from the Dollar Tree. Used it up, and I kept the can because see the ridges on the can? I thought it looked like a snow cap, you know, like a beanie. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would make such a cute snowman. So yeah, there we go. So there's another snowman. Okay. So technically we got 3. Let me just show you how I made these really quickly. There's the slide, the Dollar Tree slides that are just awful. Okay, here's my piece of wood that I found. And see how it's like, it looks like it's a piece of cabinetry. Oh, probably bathroom cabinetry or something. Anyway, so I'm just painting it. I'm giving it just a straight coat of white paint. So nothing fancy here. And then I'm going to cut off the top portion of this slide. There you go. Slice it off because that's going to become my snowman's hat. And at first I painted like the top portion of the board because I thought I was just going to use the slide part as the brim of the hat, and then ended up after I played with it a little bit going like, oh no, that looks really good. It's like just using it for the whole hat. And then I knew I had a pink one, and I was like, so I can make a girl one too. Anyway, so that's why I'm painting it here. In the end, you have to paint part of it anyway because like the sides are going to show. So it was fine that I painted it in the top, you know. But at first, like I said, I was just going to use that for the brim. Okay, so this dries, and then I cut this, and it turns out I really like the point on the one side. I think it looks really cute as a hat right there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going with it. So this is my Crazy Glue from Mexico, and it works amazing. And I put that on there, press it down. And then we're going to take our little rim, and I put it on there one way and then the other way, and I'm like, oh no, but it looks so much cuter this way. Like it just is, I don't know, it's just perfect. So put that on. Now we got his hat on. So let's flip her over and do the pink side. I thought this was kind of cute because they match, but they're pink and black, so I thought it worked. Now, I tried really hard to get exactly the same thing on the other side, uh, but, you know, I didn't get it exact. You can sort of see parts of one of them sticking out from the other one. But anyway, doesn't matter. I was trimming it here because I've got to use a different side for the point, so there's a different curb on the outside of the top part versus the inside, but I wanted the ridges to be on the outside for her pink hat as well. So anyway, so that's why it took a little bit more trimming. That's okay. So we get it close enough, and I'm going to glue down her hat and of course do the same thing with her brim of the hat using that little portion. I'll straighten out the cut on it and then glue that on the bottom, and we're going to have our pink and our black snowman hats on. And now we've just got to go and embellish our little snowman, right? So we've got to paint some faces on him and make him look cute. I didn't really have any idea, actually, to be honest, like what I was going to do right here. Like, what was I going to use for the scarf? What was it going to, because I have my supplies are so limited. And so I end up pulling out like the last piece of the Christmas ribbon that I have, which I used scarf on this and stuff. But I really, at this point, was unsure. I'm just building it as I go. And I'm painting down those little edges because the hats went a little bit lower. Anyway. Okay. So when I do a face, this is, I don't have a regular pencil here for some reason, but I have these like artist crease pencils. So I just lightly draw it, and then I go over it with Sharpie. I don't know why. I like rarely do I not do it exactly how I'm going to do it with the first time, but that's just my process, okay? And so his little eyebrows, then his little eyes, and we're going to give him a little blue around his eyeball. Looks cross-eyed, doesn't he? And then just start coloring that in. So just thought I'd let you guys watch me do a little drawing here. So sometimes when you're using marker and paint too, depending upon the surface, the marker will only work for a second. So I usually have a couple of them laying there. It's like the paint dries them out, and then you've got to let them sit for a minute. Anyway, I don't have any acrylic paint pens here. If I did, that would be great, but I don't. So I'm just, yeah. Okay, this is like conduit covering for electrical cords or something, which I found. I used it for a snowman nose before, but it's so perfect. So I'm just going to hot glue his little nose on. I love the fact that it sticks out wider than the board. I think that's super cute. And it's sort of raised up a little bit, so it's almost three-dimensional. I'm going to go ahead and paint the black part of these eyes just to give it a really strong black eyeball in there. He's looking so cute already, right? Ah! I need to name my snowman. Any ideas? Hope you guys are really loving the 12 Days of Christmas, because I am. And then there's my ribbon. So notice that I put the printed side in. I wanted it to be more like a brown scarf. And I'm sorry, I'm off frame here a little bit. All I'm doing is like I'm fraying the end of this ribbon so it looks like a scarf, right? And I know that on the back side, it's going to be on her as well. And I'm going to give him his little dots in his eyeballs. There we go. And I think next I'm going to decorate his hat. So I went to my 22 peso store the other day and I bought a little decoration piece just so I could have the greenery on it because I have none. And I knew snowman was coming up and I was going to need this for that. So it's a little Christmas tree with bells on it. Anyway, I'm sure I'll use that for something else. But I took all this off of it just so I could use it for decorating the hats. So I'm just sort of cutting everything in half and arranging it however. Yeah, so just cutting and gluing, doing my little decoration on there. There we go. And put a pine cone. There was 3 pine cones on this. I gave him the larger one. And then there was 4 little berries. So both sides got 2 little berries. Okay. And then if you can see off on the screen to the left there's the last little bit of this ribbon that's left. I mean, I used every inch of this ribbon. And so I cut out a couple of the snowflakes. And I thought this was very effective because I put one up on the hat. And then I put one where his scarf folded, almost like a brooch. You know, like it was like a pin that got, a brooch. And so I just added a little pop of the red, a red snowflake there, the sparkly red snowflake. So sometimes it's the little tiny details like that that just bring it to the next level. And I love this because it just really brings it to the next level. I'm just using Elmer's glue because of course I don't have any tacky glue or anything here. Anyway, and so we put a little snowflake right there too. Okay, now he is, I think, just about done. And we're going to go to the other side and do her. So I made her eyeballs a little bit bigger. Just looked, it felt more, I don't know, dare I say feminine. And then, because I wanted to give her great big eyelashes, right? And I'm going to give her more of a half-mask eye. I realized, actually, that I didn't put any whites in her eyes. I forgot that, but, I mean, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But I totally gave her lipstick. Yeah? You like? I thought that was cute. It reminds me of Mrs. Potato Head, right? In a weird way. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to color in her eyes. And now I'm going to have to deal with, like, her scarf because there's just the one, it's going across, so I can't tie it because it's already tied on the other side. And I've got the other half of my ornament thing to use as decoration on her hat, so I know I can do that. Anyway, so I'm going to figure it out, but I just like their little faces. That's the fun part of doing these snowmen. If you're still here, you guys, make sure you give me a snowman emoji down below. I asked for it again later, but this time you have 2 times you can do it. And also, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I love comments because that helps with the algorithm on my channel. So she's getting the same kind of nose. I didn't make hers quite as long. She got a more feminine one. And so hers doesn't stick out past the board. So give it her a little bit of smaller one. And then I think I'm going to take the little tiny bit of ribbon that I have left right there, and I'm just going to loop it and tie it in the middle and give her like a little bow, like she had a scarf on and there's a little bow. And so I just take a little piece of thread or string or something that I have and knot it in, once I glue the ends together, and knot it in the middle. And so this is going to pop a little red on hers as well now, right? And then I'm going to take a thing, a twisty actually, and go under the ribbon and pull it together right there so that it'll look like it's tied even though it's not, right? And then glue on my little bow. There we go. See? Cute. Now let's do her hat. And I give her 2 leaves instead of 1 because there was a total of 3 leaves. And then the other half of the pine. And then she gets 2 pine cones. I just felt like women's hat would usually have more on it. And it's more adornment, right? And then her 2 little berries. And then the top of her hat is all done. I did not add a snowflake on hers like I did on his on the other side. So they're similar, but they're not exactly the same. But they do coordinate with each other. And there's her little berries. And done. Now, I'm like, I have the bottom portion of her is still undecorated. She didn't have the big scarf. So I grab some of my little dots that were a mistake order from Amazon. I paint a couple of them black, and I'm going to give her a couple of little buttons, basically. And it looks so cute. It's like the perfect little way to finish her off. I think this is so cute, so cute, so cute. And I love the 2-sidedness. Yeah. Your buttons are going to go on. They dried. You'll see. It's just like the perfect little finishing touch. And if you notice, see on her bow, it's the right side of the ribbon so that you got some of that red on there. Okay, look at that. They're so cute. Let's go to the next snowman. So we're going to start by painting the can. This was Power Sticks body spray. Actually, I really loved the scent of it, but it's all gone. And I did not film, sorry. But this is just baking soda and white paint that I painted it with because I wanted to give it a little bit of texture. Then I'm taking a water bottle cap and I'm going to glue it to the top of this can's top to give a little elevation to where I'm going to sort of put my pom-pom thing on there, right? So I glue that on with some super glue, and then I'm just going to paint it black. Obviously, because it doesn't need to stay the clear or the white. So, and then while I'm painting it, I'm like, I think I better paint the whole hat so there's just a slight little shine to it. Otherwise, that's just not going to match. So I just give it a quick little coat, not even a perfect coat, let me just tell you. So, and then I put that down to dry. And I have to let the entire snowman dry. So while I'm doing that, I'm like, let's make the pom-pom for his hat. So I took 3 strips of that ribbon, and I folded them in half and cut them, and then folded them in half again and cut them, and then tied them together. And I'm fraying them so that they're more, so that they're looser and not as stiff. And so I can sort of do like a little twisting and bunching of them in the center when I tie it. So I'm going to tie this pretty tight, and then I'm going to cut that off, and I keep pulling strands out of there, and I'm just fluffing this so it looks more like a pom-pom. I don't have anything to make a real pom-pom with, so I was trying to be creative here. And then glue that on there. Look, but it works, right? And now we're going to go to doing him. And again, I'm using my grease pencil just to sort of draw it first. Give him his little eyes, his little mouth. I kind of gave him a little like a smirky mouth. And then I'm not going to glue on a carrot because I didn't think it would stay on there with this stuff, so I just drew on his carrot nose on this one, and I'm using just my markers there to darken that all out, and his little mischievous eyebrows. Watch his little mischievous smile, so it's higher on one side than the other, right? You can get so much character on a snowman by the type of smile you give them, right? And then we're going to color in, I'm just using markers, by the way, for this. Color in his little nose. And I'm going to give him the whites on the outside parts. Doesn't he look mischievous? I feel like this snowman's name is Tommy. I don't know why. And then we're going to go ahead and take the very last of that ribbon, and I'm going to tie it around his neck area, basically kind of like a scarf. And I just take the strands that I pulled off of it, and I sort of tie those where the knot is, and just to give it a little bit something extra. And then I take that last piece and put it around the brim of our little beanie, so he's all matching, matchy. Then I take one last tiny little piece of that ribbon. I swear this ribbon is all gone now. And I made like a little knot to put on the brim of his beanie. There was like a little part in there that looked a little off, but then, and I just thought it needed something else. I wasn't going to decorate the hat. So just a little knot right there, and it's perfect. It adds the perfect little touch. And then this guy is done. I think they came out super cute. I hope you guys like the snowman. Don't forget, give me that thumbs up if you did. I think they're kind of cute. Which one was your favorite? Tommy? The flip-flops, right? The $1.25 Dollar Tree flip-flops. So I bought those not too long before we moved. I brought them down here, and they're just not cushy enough, and so we have tile all over this condo, so it's like, nope, can't use those. So they became trash. Then I just recycled them, but come on. It's an awfully cute snowman's hat, isn't it, huh? Ah, I love it. Do you like her lipstick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, so I love these. It's just it's a shelf sitter. This one is, and then, well, I mean, this one is kind of too, right? So, I don't know. I love these, you guys. What do you think? What's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? And again, this one was just because that top just screamed at me, you know, beanie. So, That's why he became a snowman. It's like mom and dad and little boy, huh? It's like a snowman family. Okay, so which one do you like the best? So that was fun. And then when I'm done talking here, I'm going to show you my stairwell where I'm gathering all these Christmas things that I'm making from the 12 Days of Christmas. So I'm decorating my whole stairwell. All right, everybody. So don't forget to go down to the playlist. Gosh, I don't know how many, or I think it's, the number is changing, because not everybody's doing every day and so on and so forth. But anyway, so, and tell me which one is your favorite so far. I mean, we're halfway through now. So I think literally my favorite so far was yesterday's Christmas tree. The Christmas sign. That was just awesome, isn't it? And then second, it doesn't matter. When I'm all done, I'll give the rundown of my favorites. Okay, all right, so, but today it was all about the snow. Persons. It's about the days. I don't know. Anyway, so if you're still here, give me a snowman emoji down below. And thank you so much for watching. Go to the playlist, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow for day number 7, which is, what is number 7? I'm going to tell you right now. Day number 7 is, oh yeah, gingerbread. I've already started it. Why didn't I remember that? Okay, so gingerbread's tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, have a great day, a great week, a great life. And as always, from your singing crafty crafter, it would be more appropriate on this side, right? Frosty the snowman was as kind as he could be. Wow, can't remember the words. But the children gonna love to play out of the bump. I know this part. Bumpity bum bum bumpity bum bum. Look at Frosty go. Bumpity bum bum bumpity. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head and yours. All right, so hey everybody, happy bargain did it again. Happy bargain hunting, and I will see you guys next time here on Bella's Bargains. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, besties. Say goodbye, besties. Thanks very much, Ferdinand. All right, toodles.